Hey, what's up guys? So with the most recent patch to Valorant, one of the big issues that I've been seeing is an error code 0, which up until the most recent patch I have not seen yet. That doesn't mean that it wasn't in the game, but I had just not experienced it myself. But I've had multiple matches now where I will be mid-round or mid-game, and all of a sudden it'll pull me out of the match, and error code 0 will pop up, and then it'll just force me to exit out of the game and restart it. And every single first-person shooter, just every game in general, they have bugs, they have errors and glitches and weird things that happen. There's really no way to get around something like that happening. But this one's kind of game-breaking for Valorant. Now, thankfully, I haven't had this happen all that often, but when it does happen, a specific example comes to mind. I was playing a game of Split, and I was literally in the middle of a gunfight in the middle of Split, about halfway through the game, and mid-gunfight, mid-shooting my gun, it just pulls me out of the game. And I was like, what the fuck? And then it popped up the error code, and I was like, what the hell? You know, like, I'm in the middle of a gunfight. Now, I came back, and oddly enough, sadly, I do not have the actual gameplay for this, the actual recording. I was recording at the time, but then the file got corrupt somehow. So for whatever reason, I don't have it, but it was the weirdest thing. I was mid-gunfight in mid. I get the error code. It shuts down my game. I restart it, and it's still the middle of that same round, and it just spawns me back in at our spawn with a classic. It was the weirdest fucking thing. I wish that I had the gameplay for it, because it was actually kind of hilarious. Because then I like spawned back in mid-round. I don't know what happened to my body. I'm sure the person that was shooting me was hella confused. But that's a big issue that I've been seeing. I've seen it happen to multiple people, where people just disconnect out of the game randomly, and then they come back and they're like, yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened. It just pulled me out of the game. That's a big issue. And then the more common issue that I've had, that I haven't heard other people complaining about as much, but I find extremely annoying, and I believe I have gameplay for it that I can throw up right now. If not, then, you know, I'm sure you'll understand what I'm talking about, or it's happened to you. But I'll load into a game, and this always happens right at the beginning of a game. I'll load in, I'll pick my agent, the game will start, and I have no ability HUD at the bottom. I'll have my map, and the map will be in the top left, but it won't show an A or a B above the sights. You know, it shows the map, but just not those two letters. And then the entire bottom HUD is gone. I can't see my abilities, my ammo, my health, any of that. It's just completely missing. And the only way that I've seen to be able to fix that is to just shut down the game and then restart it up.
Oh my god, you're so...
And though it's not a huge issue, usually I can do it without even missing a round. If I die early in a round, you know, I'll just play with it for a couple of rounds, or, you know, I'll be able to just hop back into the next round with no problem. But it's just a minor annoyance that has happened to me, I'd say at least 15 times now, and I don't know what is causing this issue. I've tried to look it up, and I don't see anything on my end that I'm doing wrong. But I also haven't seen Riot actually acknowledge these issues publicly and say that they're working on fixing them, which I find kind of disappointing. That there are these issues with the game that they aren't necessarily talking about. I'm sure they're aware of them. You know, there's no way that they're not. I don't know. It's just weird things. I know I played Siege for many of years, and it had multiple, hundreds of issues throughout the years. And so I understand that these issues aren't uncommon. Things like this happen in video games, and I'm not necessarily blaming the game developers for the problems existing, because I know it's hard for them to do anything about them just happening. But I'm slightly disappointed that they aren't being a little more proactive and saying, hey, we know that these issues exist, and we're working on a fix for the next update. I just haven't seen that come out from them yet. But in any case, that's really all I have to say about that. It's just, you know, these minor things that's been kind of annoying me. And overall, I mean, I love the game. I find the game really fun. I just see some little issues here and there. Sometimes I'll hop into the agent select screen, and the agents won't be there at the bottom, and it won't let me click one for like 15 seconds. You know, just these random little issues, games stuttering and stuff like that, that just seem a little odd and a little out of place. But in any case, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Yeah, my channel's been growing a lot, and I'm really happy about that. So, you know, I'd appreciate if you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and y'all take it easy.
I thought you were like